y'all. I look a hot mess, so don't pay no mind to that. I just wanted to show y'all. I got a new printer for Christmas, and I'm so excited because I have been wanting a printer for like 3 years. Honestly, I have never in my life owned a printer before. So this is big for me. This is huge. I got me a printer. Let me show y'all. Look at that, how pretty. Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am Elisa with Elisa Domes Crochet, and boy have we got some stuff to do today. I'm so excited, y'all, because I won a giveaway from Gina over at Cozy Cabin Creations. So she was doing a drawing on her YouTube and her Instagram channel for her subscribers, and I believe it was that she got up to 500 subscribers. Oh wow. You know, I'm nowhere near that because I just got started. I think I have like maybe 8 subscribers, but that's okay. I'm gonna get there one day. But let me share with y'all. Look, isn't this just a beautiful package that she put it in? I love it. I love the colors, Gina. Real Christmassy. So she sent this out way over a week ago, and I just got it today in the mail. And y'all get to open it with me. How exciting. I should have brought some scissors, but it's okay. Oh, look how cute. Y'all, thank you so much again, Gina. Look how pretty. She made this, and this pattern is by Oak and Marlowe. I love it. I love it so much. I'm going to keep him. When my daughter moves out and I turn her room into my business office, I'm going to sit him right on my shelf so everybody can see him. He is so cute. You did a wonderful job on him, Gina. Thank you. Our Streamline Furls hook. Look how pretty this is. It's a 5mm, and it matches, y'all. Isn't that amazing that it matches? And she put me a couple of goodies in here. Again, thank you so much, Gina, for this thoughtful gift. I will cherish it forever. Okay, the other thing that I got in, remember on my first video I was telling y'all how I ordered new business cards. I ordered these from Canva, and y'all were the first to be able to see them. Look how pretty. They're really good quality too. I'm surprised. So I love them. I have my business name on the front. I just wanted to keep it kind of, you know, sort of plain. I know it's not plain because it's pretty. These are my new colors that I'm going with. And then on the back, I have where everybody can find me: Facebook, Instagram, email. And then it has a QR code right here to get to my Facebook page. I didn't put my Etsy information on there because I'm still not back selling with Etsy just yet. I still haven't made a decision about that. Maybe I can make a decision about Etsy soon. But a lot of people have told me that they also have had a lot of trouble with selling on Etsy. So it's not just me. It's not just me. But I really do want to either get on there or another app to sell my plushies. I'm just having a really hard time deciding. So, what else do we have on today's agenda? So, I am working on a Valentine market, and I am just going to set up in my hometown, and it's not really a market per se. I'm just setting up locally here in my hometown to try to sell some of my plushies for Valentine's. And I made some really cute cards and printed them out. And I'm going to be putting some roses and some hearts together, and I'm going to make some little, I don't know, kind of like flower arrangements in a way. We'll see. We'll see how I'm going to figure all that out. I made some for the kids. They stuck together. And I don't know what happened down here when I was printing this out. I don't know what happened down there. But anyway. So, next on our agenda, I am still working on, this is what I'm working on right now. This is my whips. So I am working on remaking this little turtle. I have renamed this little turtle. I have actually already started working. I've already got the granny square done. I've got his legs all worked up. But I have decided to name him Tortue, Tortue. That's French for tortoise, or tortoise, however you say that. French for turtle. Tortue. Tortue the turtle. And it's going to be a granny square turtle, just like this. But it's in different colors, and I'm going to try, because see this, let me move those. This one's head is just a little bit wonky and crooked, but that's okay. My head's a little wonky and crooked too sometimes. Oh, goodness. But I'm going to redo him, try to make him look cute. Y'all, I have decided I am going to try to release this pattern. And then after this, I'm probably going to take a break from trying to get any of my patterns released, because I am doing another pattern test from Straight Up Homemade. Thank you again, Darian, for picking me again. And this is the little mini Valentine's bubblegum machine. And the next video, hopefully I'll be able to share it on there, or I may share it. I may get to share it further on this video. I think that pattern test is due January the 13th or the 14th. I can't remember. And today is the 12th, I believe. So I've already got one of them made, and I'm working on another one. But I'm waiting until she releases her pattern. I think her pattern will release. Her Patreons get it Thursday, and then it'll be released this Friday. And this Friday, y'all will be seeing this video. If y'all are watching this video, it's Friday already. I've decided to try to do a video every Friday if I can. It's hard to do. I'm telling y'all, that's real hard to do, because I have another YouTube channel that I have to keep up with too. But I normally release those videos on Monday. So today is Monday. And so I actually just got done uploading that one to my Apostolic Bible Study with Elisa page. So if y'all are interested and wanting to hop on over there, I have a lot of videos on that channel. But this one, like I said in my last video, is strictly for my crochet. But like I told y'all, I'll still talk about Jesus. So anyway, what am I working on? So I got this idea, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, to do a video on Instagram highlights, because Instagram highlights, I would probably say in the last 3 months, really started paying attention to Instagram highlights. I had never really paid attention that much to Instagram highlights. And I don't really even know why. I just never have, you know. I'm not tech savvy, y'all. I am not tech savvy. I'm not computer savvy. I'm old school. I did not have computers growing up. We never owned a computer. Matter of fact, I say that. I did own a computer when I got into, I think I was a senior when we got our first computer, and it was one of those big, giant box. Y'all know the old school box computers. And that thing was a big, huge dinosaur. It was so slow. We had dial-up internet, and it took ages to even get online to do anything. And the only reason that my mom and dad got it for me is because we were having to do so many reports. Now, I did take typewriting whenever I was in high school, if that tells y'all how old I am. But then after I got out of college and I become a nurse, I went back to college and I actually took 2 computer courses, which was just basics, just basic learning basics on computer, because I had no idea what I was doing. We never had this kind of technology. So I'm learning. It's a learning curve, but I am learning Instagram. And so I got on YouTube and I was watching a couple of videos, about everything about Instagram, how to post, how to make reels, how to edit reels, what are highlights, how do you make a highlight, what all can I use these highlights for? Like, I want to use this to my advantage, and that's what it is about today. We want to use all this technology to our advantage, to gain knowledge from it, and also to help us grow and learn in our business. There's so many opportunities out there, and it's right at our fingertips. So we can be learning stuff every single day. You never stop learning, even after you get out of school, even as you become an adult. You really just never stop learning. And now I promise I wasn't wanting to make this video about a history school. You're not taking an exam. But let me get back to what I'm really doing, okay? Okay. So this was a YouTube vlog idea. I wanted to look up free highlight tutorial patterns. That's a lot. That's a mouthful to say. I wanted it to be market friendly, low cost, and I said something Valentine's, spring, maybe summer, something cutesy, small, because a lot of times at your markets, what sells the most is these smaller items, or that's what I've always found, that little kids want some smallish stuff. But then at the same time, I got to thinking, you know what? If I could also make some Valentine stuff, that would be great too. Okay, so free highlight tutorial patterns. So the first thing that I looked at was, and I was just kind of on the Instagram, Google Instagram search, and I just put in patterns free, and it brought up a lot of stuff. And there are so many free patterns on Instagram. It's not even fun. It's not even funny how many free patterns there are. And I'm not telling y'all not to buy patterns from your friends and off of Etsy, because we have to support local. We have to support each other's businesses. I too want to sell my patterns once I get them out there, and a lot of times, a lot of these free patterns, sometimes I will find, how many turtle patterns are there, y'all? Or how many mouse patterns are there? Or how many cow patterns? Everybody wants their own version of this and their own idea of that. And basically, that's, like I said before, basically I feel like that's what people do. They look at somebody else's and they say, I think I can do that too, but let me see what I can make it a little bit different, or, how I can change it up to become my own idea and inspiration, But anyway, so back to this free highlight tutorial patterns. The first one that I looked at was, and I may say your name wrong. If I do, I am so sorry. Johannamigurumi. So I reached out to Joanna and I said, hey, I want to do a YouTube video. Can I use some of your patterns and put it in my, and she said, oh, sure, yes. She said, just, don't give away my pattern. And I'm not doing that. I'm not giving away nobody's pattern. And mostly what I found too from these artists, and I'll call them artists because I feel like I'm an artist, crochet artist, is that although they offer this pattern free on their Instagram or their YouTube, they still have a PDF pattern on their Etsy for sale. And usually it's super cheap, $1 or either under $1. And so you can go and download that PDF, and then you can have it, written down right there in front of you, because off of Instagram or YouTube, sure, you can follow along with them, or you can read it off of Instagram page per page. And while all of that's good and all, it's still good sometimes to have it written down right in front of you while you're working. And two, I don't think you can download the pattern straight from YouTube or Instagram, like download it like into a file for you to keep and have, and I don't think a person should do that either. I think that is wrong. I think if you want a written copy of their pattern, go to their Etsy site and buy it for $1 or under $1. That is super cheap. But the reason why I wanted to do this is because, and I told y'all this on my last video, I recently lost my job because I had to quit my job because I have a chronic illness. And I am getting a lot better. I feel a lot better, but I'm still not to where I can get out and work. I'm pretty much still, I would say about 85% homebound. I get out and I go riding in my car with my husband, or I may go visit my mother. But after like 30 minutes or so, I have to come home and lay down. If you're battling with any type of chronic illness and you're watching this video and you understand, leave it in the comment box. Tell me about it. Tell me how it's changed your life, because this has really changed my life. I've had to completely redo everything. I am having to completely redo my life, y'all. And so I'm just trying to figure out all the time. All the time I'm leaving it up to Jesus, because I know that my God is going to take care of me. And I tell myself, Alisa, just stop worrying. Give that to God. Stop worrying. But at the same time, I told my husband, I said, Jesus gave me an art. This is a gift that he gave me. Why wouldn't I not want to share this with the world? And I said, you know what? I feel like he's telling me, you need to rest. Alisa, you just need to rest. I prayed, God, please, if it's your will for me to come home, let me come home. And my husband reminded me of that when I got sick, and he said, he answered your prayer. It might have not been how you wanted him to answer it, but he answered it. And so I have to take that as, confirmation. God wants me to be doing this. Like I said, it's an art. It's creativity. And if he didn't want me to have this, I don't feel like he would have given me the knowledge. And back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about? So, Johannamigurumi. So she has several free patterns on her Instagram. Now, I made a chill pickle. And this is what the back looks like. And I made a little sign. The sign did not come with this pattern. This was something that I seen on Instagram and made to go with it. So this is my chill pickle. Chill pickle. It says, you're kind of a big deal. So I took some fabric glue and I just glued this on him. And now his mouth, I don't know if you can see that. I made him have like a little smirk. Y'all, this is my absolute first pickle to ever make. I've never crocheted pickles before until I made this one. And now, I'm sure this is probably a lot bigger, because if you use some smaller yarn, you could probably make the pickle a lot smaller. I used Premier Just Chanel from the Dollar Tree, and I used 2 strands and I doubled it to make this pickle. So that's why it's a little bit bigger. I went exactly by her pattern. If I would have used 1 strand, it probably would have been a lot smaller. So, like I said, you could probably use some type of skinny chenille, and if you wanted it smaller. Now, if you use something like Bernat Baby Blanket or Bernat Blanket or the Premier Brights, it would probably be bigger than this. But I just thought, my hands are really small, y'all. I have really small hands. And it's about the size of my hand. I mean, so it's about the size of my hand. So I think this would be a really good market make. I've heard a lot of people recently talking about how good pickles sell. So I'm probably going to make 2 or 3 more of these. I want to have about 3 or 4 of them at my little local setup. So the other thing that she had is this chunky strawberry T-Rex. Y'all, I can't even, this is such a cute pattern. And it was free. Free. Like I said, you can, I believe, buy the PDF on her Etsy. But oh my goodness, y'all. The one that she had on her Instagram was red. But I wanted to do it in pink, and I didn't have any red yarn. So this right here, she has you to make, and I actually made 2 of them, and I sewed them together to make it fuller looking, because this yarn is very, very, very thin. This green is the same that I did the pickle in. So like I said, it's the Premier just chenille that come from the Dollar Tree. Now this pink is Bernat Blanket, and these eyes come from Amazon. They're just green, sparkly, 16 millimeter eyes that I bought from Amazon. But y'all, this will be so good for Valentine's. And I'm thinking about either making a little red strawberry, or making a red heart and making it look like a strawberry, and then putting it, and then maybe putting like one of these like smaller cards with it, and you could do it up like in some cellophane, clear cellophane, so they can still see it. And I thought about even making a couple of roses to go with it, you know, make kind of like a little Valentine basket to try to sell. I love selling baskets of stuff like that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about stuff like that. Do y'all make baskets of stuff? If y'all do, how do they sell? Y'all let me know. But this was my favorite of everything that she had for free. So thank you again, Joanna with Johannamigurumi, for your free patterns on Instagram. And y'all can find these on her page under free patterns in the highlights. The next one that I looked at is Stacy with _Stacy Makes on Instagram. She has a couple of keychains, and I did not make the keychains because keychains do not sell well for me. I have tried to sell keychains, and they just don't sell for me in my location. But so she has an ice cream keychain, and she has a mini tumbler keychain, and they are so cute. They are so cute. And I thought about even making the tumbler for myself, just to have for myself, you know, and I still may do that. But y'all, look how cute, Stacy. This pattern is adorable. This is a baby axolotl pattern, and it is just, it's so adorable. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. This was the first axolotl I'd ever done. Axolotls were really, really big, and I think they are in a way still pretty big, and for some reason I just never jumped on the whole axolotl thing. But after I made it, I'm like, why haven't I been making these? They're adorable. This worked up so fast. This did not take me long at all. About 25 minutes, I think, and I was done. Y'all, I could probably charge about $8 for this, and I think it would sell great at $8. Um, like I said, little bitty tiny small makes like this for markets, people and kids really go for. And something like this I think would be super cute. And now I just used little bitty tiny 12mm black eyes, but if you wanted to get cutesy with it, you could throw some bigger eyes on here, painted eyes, and then you could probably sell them for $10 or $12. I'm telling y'all, it's got little arms and legs, and it's got this little tail. Y'all, it was so cute and so easy and so fun. Stacy, you got 2 wins for me because I absolutely love this free pattern. And y'all can find it under free pattern and her highlights on her Instagram. That's appletree_Stacy makes. But y'all, this is the big win. Let me show y'all. Junior the jellyfish, and it's free. It's free. Oh my gosh. I want to keep these for myself. I made 2 of them. And I may make more of these. Who wouldn't want these? These are so cute. Now, I did not put eyes on these. I may go back and embroider eyes on this one and just not this one. But y'all tell me, is these not just the cutest? I mean, they're just adorable. Fast, simple. I think the first time that I made it, it took me like 45 minutes. But then the second time, I don't think it took me that long at all. I think it took like 35 minutes the second time. The main thing is, what takes you the longest is all these little tentacles. You have, and I don't think they're all tentacles, because you have these little short ones here that you have to make. And I think there's four or 5, and I might have did 5. Yeah, I think I did 5, and I think you're only supposed to do 4. And the same on this one I made. I made 5 on the longer ones. So altogether it's got 10, but I think it was only supposed to have 8. So that might have been my issue there. I just wanted to make it look a little more fuller. But y'all, for free. And like I said, you can go to her Etsy and you can buy the PDF. I think it's like maybe $1. That, you can't beat that. You just really can't. This pattern, I mean, y'all see how big it is. This is the Premier Basic Chenille Brights, and I don't remember the color of this. This was Bernat Blanket, and I don't remember. I should have wrote down the colors. I'm sorry I didn't. And then this up here was the Bernat Baby Blanket, and same as this. And then this up here was Baby Blue or something like that, and this was called Bubbly Blue, I think. But they're both Bernat Baby Blanket, and then this teal color here is just Bernat Blanket. But y'all see, they're about the same. They're about the same size. This was a huge win for me. This was one of my favorites that I did. I loved it. I love these. And like I said, for free, you can't beat that. You just can't beat it. I love it. Alright. And then this one, my next one is by Allfromjade, if I'm not mistaken. Allfromjade. I don't know where I wrote her name down. I know I did. Okay, so Allfromjade, she has little no-sew mini whales. She has no-sew squishy baby sharks. She has squishy bubble octopuses. She has no-sew baby octopuses. She has a no-sew egg buddy, a sunflower, a no-sew add-on to a pattern for a chrysalis caterpillar that goes with her butterfly. She has a frog on a swing. She has squishy pickles. A free mod for a cow pattern. And then she has these little bugs. Now, the only thing is I did make the wing and sew on this little bug. I think it was a ladybug, but it showed bugs in different colors. So this to me was like a little lightning bug. Look how cute that is, y'all. So I made this one into like a little lightning bug. But like I said, I did kind of, I didn't change her pattern at all. I just added these little wings. I made the wings myself and added them. And I made this into a love bug. I did make a ladybug, but I sold that. So now I'll have to make more ladybugs. But anyway, and y'all, for free, this is so cute. This is so cute. And kids love stuff like this because it's small and they can hold it in their hand. They can play with it. It's interactive. You know, I remember as a kid playing with toys like this and just running around the room making noises and playing. Of course, we didn't have crochet toys, but, you know, just bought toys from town. And just, you know, stuff like this is fun. It's interactive. Kids love this stuff. Kids love this. So I am not through with whatever. I've got to decide whatever I'm going to make from her other than this little bug. But that's all I had for y'all today. And I got a lot that I'm working on. That's just what I've been working on through the weekend. And I'm going to be making some more freebies. And then Friday this video will upload. And y'all will get to see all the beautiful makes for free.